Hello everybody and welcome back to Big Rigs. And in the last episode, let's just pick our Aikage here and pick our fourth of 5 stages and race. In the last episode, we talked about more of the legacy of the ghost truck and how he used to be a regular truck before him and his owner died in a tragic accident trying to deliver little instruments to small children. And in this episode, we finally reached the point. Oh my god, there's another ghost truck. He's white like us and he has got fucking wind on the side of him. Is it our brother? I don't know. Is it our clone? Or is it us from the past, the future? I mean, it's probably the past because this level looks quite familiar. If there's a helicopter round this corner, there is a downed helicopter round this corner. It's the same level. So, yeah, ghost truck. So after the truck died and the doctor brought him back to life, as we heard in the last episode, came back as a ghost truck. He didn't know he was a ghost truck. Like, whoa, what's going on? Why am I back? Have I been repaired? I guess I was repaired. Where is everybody? Where is the human race? Why are they all dead? Because it actually took like 1,000 years for him to be resurrected, and he was like, why can I go through things? I can just phase through everything. Am I dead? I can't be dead. I'm still a truck. I'm not in my next life yet. Why am I still alive? And there was many unanswered questions for Ghost Truck, and as you can see, it's not as easy. He hasn't got the shakes as much as he did in the last one. In fact, he's got like next to no shakes in this one, because he's already dead, and he had accepted the fact that he was potentially dead, or he didn't know what he was doing. And of course, he's not at the point where he died. Like, the reason why that other level was shaking so bad because he remembers how he died. He was like, oh god, I'm back at the place where I died. Whereas now he's away from it all, he's fine, he's happy again. So he's not got too much of the jitters, he's got a little bit of the jitters, but that's okay, it's fine. So yeah, he's like, why can't I phase through everything? What's going on? Why is there a second me? Because he's gone back to the past. Like, he'd been resurrected 1,000 years in the future, but he was seeing himself in the past, like just after Luna had resurrected him, and he's like, oh shit, I'm dead. Oh sorry, after Luna said that he was dead, but she made a really nice night for him, because that previous truck that we just saw speed off, that was the truck from the first episode where Luna was like, you're dead, and you know, you are a ghost now. And that's when he had a panic attack, and Luna was like, don't worry, I've made this beautiful night for you, it's all lovely and great. And he was accepting it, he was fine. But this was just before that. This was just before that actually happened, and he was still questioning why he could drive by himself with no owner, why he could stick to a 90-degree wall as we just did there, and what exactly was going on. He had many questions that were unanswered, and this was Ghost Truck's questioning phase. And I just realised, like, we're already halfway done. There's no checkpoints in this level if you look at the Ultra Nav. But yeah, he was in his questioning phase, and especially because he'd seen another truck that looked exactly like him, but that was the truck from the future, only about a day in the future. And the reason that he could see a truck from the future was because he didn't quite come to terms with his powers yet. As we know, he had a lot of powers. Now he didn't have to have an owner to drive him. He could just stick to a wall, as you can see here. Like, look at this. He's just like, I can just chill out on this wall, a 90-degree angle. Nice. So he was unsure of why he had all of these powers. He's like, I'm not Spider-Man. There was never a point when I drank Danny DeVito's milk that I saw myself in a future or past life as Spider-Man. Why can I get all these powers? Because what he didn't know was that when the Doctor resurrected him with the resurrection crystal of Junhara, he was like, oh shit, this resurrection crystal has actually done more than it's intended to. And as Ghost Truck was being resurrected, it basically, the resurrection crystal drew from all of the technology and people around him, and like, it drew from the powers of the TARDIS, which give him the ability to just like phase through objects, because you know the TARDIS can materialise anywhere. So it's like, oh, I need to be inside that building coming up. This is like the Doctor's thinking. It's like, I need to be inside that building coming up. So it's like, woo, and there you go. The TARDIS materialises inside the building like that. So the resurrection crystal drew that power from the TARDIS. The TARDIS still has that power, and give it to Ghost Truck, but rather than him just being able to materialise in buildings, he just kind of goes through them. It's like, I need to be inside this drinking establishment here, so I'm just going to go have a drink in this this beautiful establishment, and that's how it works. Obviously, he does take quite a lot of stops to get drinks, because he was a heavy drinker, as he didn't know what was going on, and he was all like, oh god, what has the world become? Why is there no humans? And he did this, he was checking everywhere. He's like, gas station, is there any humans in here? There's no humans in there. Pub, is there any humans in the pub? I can take another drink while I'm in the pub. No, there's a building, this abandoned building. Of course not, it's abandoned, but every building is abandoned if you look. Like, that's abandoned, this is abandoned, those flats don't have any staircases to them and they're all broken and abandoned. He's like, what's happened? And then it all started to come together for him that this was sometime in the future after the human race had been destroyed and there was nothing left of them. It was an apocalyptic wasteland where the trees were now starting to grow back, and that's why there's like cracks in the road that sometimes materialise and sometimes don't. So that's why the ground keeps spazzing out, because that's to do with the nuclear fallout. And after the nuclear fallout, he realised that, wait, I get it, this is the future. The human race is dead. Everybody I loved is dead. But this can't be. And not my next life took place when the human race was alive. This can't be. How can this be? And so he basically went on a kind of panic attack, and he was like, oh god, no, this can't be, like, this, I can't be a ghost truck in the future, that can't be me in the future, I need to be a human in my next life, how does this happen, how can everything be? And obviously he was very scared, he didn't know what to do. This was the point, at this point, where, as you can see, the sky is now no longer daytime, it's now starting to turn nighttime. And if we just drive up over this hill, the moon was indeed rising at this point. Wasn't quite fully rised yet, but was rising just over there in the left. And this is at the point where we move back to the first video, where Princess Luna actually appeared to him at night time, being the Princess of the Night, and she explained everything to him about what had happened, like why he was a ghost truck, how the human race and the pony race and every other race had been completely wiped out, and there was now only him left in this apocalyptic wasteland. There was no humans, no ponies, no animals, no other kind of tailed beasts. There was no life. There was just him alone, and he could see like his self from 2 minutes in the future, because now when we touch that truck, we will be back at the first video. So like the second we touch that truck, we'll be doing this track again, but there won't be another truck next to us, because that is us from like 3 minutes into the future. So we flew back around. However, there is one more track to do, and that takes place after Luna spoke to him and after he has accepted his fate, and that will be the last video, the last legacy of the ghost truck. So thank you all for watching this part of Let's Play Big Rig's Legend of the Ghost Truck, Legacy of the Ghost Truck. Leave a like if you like Princess Luna, and if you're enjoying the story, feel free to subscribe to see what happens next. And I will see all of you in the next one, and as always, you're winner. You're all winner.